Good morning, students. Today we are going to see formal communication and informal communication. Okay, when we talk about communication, the communication is divided into two parts. Okay, there is formal and informal communication. So let us see what is formal communication. Formal communication means it is something which has been created because of business unit, or because of the organizational structure that is made by the business unit or made by the top level management. The communication takes place between the managers, between the CEOs, between the employees, between the subordinates, is known as formal communication, and it happens so that the business objectives can be achieved. Okay, so what is formal communication? Communication that depends on the structure of an organization and its rules and regulations, and it's implemented so that the business objectives can be achieved, is called as formal communication. This type of communication, as I told you, you will be able to see between managers and employees, or you can say between the subordinates and the superior. Okay, and the objective of formal communication is to bring control and coordination in the business unit. Formal communication is mostly in written. Okay, formal communication is mostly in written, nothing orally, because you need proof. So in formal communication you have everything mostly done in written form. Okay, and in formal communication already a particular person knows that I am going to get this particular information, or I am going to get this particular notification, okay, from the manager or from the subordinate in the written form. They know it beforehand. Okay, for this I will like to give an example. Suppose I want a leave. Okay, so I cannot directly write an application. First I will go and ask orally to the manager that I, because of this particular reason, I want 1 day leave. The manager will tell, okay, it's fine, I will give you the leave, you write an application. Then I will write an application. So already the manager is knowing that Yoma is going to write an application, leave application. Okay, so here already they know that in what form they are going to get the information and from whom they are going to receive the information. Okay, formal communication is clear and easy to understand because it's formal. They are going to talk professionally. Okay, there will be professional talking, only up to the mark they will talk. Okay, so definitely the formal communication is very clear and easy to understand. Okay, they have given two examples of formal communication. The first one is, notice or memo is given as a warning to the employees who are irregular and remaining absent without prior permission. Okay, and second one, a letter given to superior to subordinate for his transfer or promotion. Okay, so these are all the examples of formal communication. Okay, now let us see the characteristics. When we see the characteristics, out of all these characteristics, mostly all have been come in this introductional part. Okay, let us see the characteristics. The first characteristics, in this communication system, superior and subordinates are formally related. That also we have already seen. Second one, its clear objective is control and coordination. That is also we have seen above. Third one, formal communication is generally in written form. That also we have seen above. Fourth one, this type of communication system is accepted as policy of organization. That also we have seen above in the meaning also, that this type of communication depends on the structure of an organization and its rules and regulations. So definitely this type of communication system is accepted as a policy of organization, and it is based on organizational structure. That is the fifth point, it is based on organizational structure. Okay, and it is followed so that the business objective can be achieved. So sixth point is that formal organization is formed for the accomplishment of business objectives. And last one is also we have seen, this formal communication is easy and clear to understand. Okay, so here we complete with formal communication. Let us start with informal communication. Now, what is informal communication? Communication system which depends on human relations and friendship among employees of an organization is known as informal communication. Okay, so informal communication happens just like that. Okay, just as we go to work, okay, there will be so many of employees around us. Okay, we will start talking with some colleagues or the other. Okay, like that also will, because of the human relation, because of the human nature, human behavior, we will talk with the people because we are a social animal. We cannot stay without talking with the people. Okay, so this type of communication will take place because of human relation and friendship among the employees of an organization is known as informal communication. So, informal communication depends on human relations and friendship among employees of an organization. Okay, such communication is more flexible and simple. You can change anytime. You don't want to talk with this employee, now you want to go to other group and talk to other employee, you can. Okay, so yes, the informal communication is more flexible and simple. Informal communication doesn't require any control and doesn't require any order. Okay, it goes anyhow. Informal communication is mostly done orally or by symbols and signs. Okay, have you communicated in informal communication? You write or what? No, you orally you chat, right? Orally you talk with one another, or you chat even symbolically sometimes. Okay, and informal communication provides coordination and credibility to the organization. Okay, because of informal communication you will find coordination, also there will be, it will give credibility to the organization. So that is about informal communication. Characteristics of informal communication. The first one, it depends on human relations. Second one, control or order is not required. This all are same, all of this we have already seen up, right? It depends on human relations. First one and fourth one are one and the same, depends on human and friendly relations. That is, depend on human relation and depends on human and friendly relations. Second one, control or order is not required. Third one, can be explained orally or through symbolical language. Fifth one, it is flexible and easy. Okay, do we require any order or process to do for informal communication? No. So, process is not important in this communication. We don't require any order, we don't require any process or procedure to follow to do informal communication. So, process is not important in this communication. Seventh one, it gives more coordination and credibility to organization. That also we have seen above in the introductional part, right? It gives more coordination and credibility to organization. And eighth one, informal communication is not supplementary but complementary to formal communication. Because of formal communication, all the subordinates and all the employees have come together. Because of formal communication, they have built the human relation or friendship. That is why they say that informal communication is complementary to formal communication. Because of formal communication, we have informal communication. Okay, so that is the characteristics of informal communication. So here we complete with informal communication and its characteristics. Okay, let us see now difference between formal and informal communication. The very first is the meaning. Okay, meaning. What is the meaning of formal communication? Any communication that depends on the structure of an organization and its rules and regulations and it's implemented for accomplishment of business objective is formal communication. Informal communication, communication system which depends on human relations and friendship is known as informal communication. Purpose. What is the purpose of formal communication? The purpose of formal communication is to bring control and coordination. Informal communication, the purpose of informal communication is to bring coordination and credibility to the organization. Base. What is the base of formal communication? In formal communication also there is going to be the exchange between two people, okay, but due to rules and regulations, okay. And informal communication also there is going to be the exchange of information between two or more people, but that will be because of or due to personal and friendly relations, okay. Fourth one, control and supervision. Control and supervision in formal communication, control and supervision. For in formal communication, it requires control and supervision. In informal communication, it does not require formal, it doesn't require control and supervision. Okay. Flexibility. There is less flexibility in formal communication, there is more flexibility in informal communication. Time. Where will the formal communication take place? Formal communication will take place in office during the working hours. Okay. And informal communication can take place anywhere during working hours or after working hours. Okay. Information in advance, right. In formal communication, the sender and receiver already knows in advance that what form of information they are going to receive or they need to send to whom, okay. Whereas in informal communication, there is no process, no procedure, and sender and receiver doesn't know what type of information they are going to hear, okay. They have not decided, it depends on the situation and on time, okay. So that is information in advance. So here we complete with the difference between formal communication and informal communication, okay. That's it for today. Now tomorrow, okay, I will put the video on barriers of effective communication and measures to overcome the barriers of communication. Only two topics are remaining, okay. That I will complete, that I will make another video and send it to you. Thank you.